George Clooney criticizes Joe Biden's performance and calls for a new nominee in recent op-ed. Biden's team responds, highlighting Biden's stamina and dedication to fundraisers despite criticism. Trump lashes out at Clooney, calling for him to return to television and criticizing Biden as president. Joe Biden and Donald Trump are firing back at George Clooney following his New York Times op-ed, "I love Joe Biden. But we need a new nominee." In his piece, Clooney, who recently hosted a fundraising event for Biden, asks that the U.S. president step down from his re-election candidacy. Clooney joins several Biden supporters, including Nancy Pelosi, Rob Reiner, and Stephen King, who have asked the president to reconsider running in this election following his poor performance during June 27 CNN debate. In his op-ed, Clooney wrote, "I love Joe Biden. As a senator, as a vice president and as president. I consider him a friend, and I believe in him. Believe in his character. Believe in his morals. In the last 4 years, he's won many of the battles he's faced. But the one battle he cannot win is the fight against time. None of us can. It's devastating to say it, but the Joe Biden I was with 3 weeks ago at the fundraiser was not the Joe Big FNG deal Biden of 2010. He wasn't even the Joe Biden of 2020. He was the same man we all witnessed at the debate." Biden's team was quick to respond. Referencing the fundraiser, they shared, "The president stayed for over 3 hours, while Clooney took a photo quickly and left." To demonstrate the president's stamina, they added that Biden had attended the fundraiser following a flight from Italy, where he was for the G7 summit. Although Clooney has yet to respond to those comments, he does discuss the party leaders that are trying to convince the American people that Biden's cognitive abilities are not on the decline in his New York Times piece. "Our party leaders need to stop telling us that 51 million people didn't see what we just saw. We're all so terrified by the prospect of a second Trump term that we've opted to ignore every warning sign. We are not going to win in November with this president. On top of that, we won't win the House, and we're going to lose the Senate. This isn't only my opinion, this is the opinion of every senator and Congress member and governor who I've spoken with in private. Every single one, irrespective of what he or she is saying publicly." Donald Trump says George Clooney should go back to television. While the op-ed is undoubtedly more damaging towards Biden and his campaign, Clooney's concluding comments, "Joe Biden is a hero. He saved democracy in 2020. We need him to do it again in 2024" did not go unnoticed by Trump. Through a statement on his social media platform Truth Social, Trump shared, "So now fake movie actor George Clooney, who never came close to making a great movie, is getting into the act. He's turned on Crooked Joe like the rats they both are. What does Clooney know about anything?" He uses the Democrat talking point that Biden, the worst president in the history of the United States, has saved our democracy. No, Crooked Joe was the one who weaponized law enforcement against his political opponent, who created the most devastating inflation in the history of our country, who embarrassed our nation in Afghanistan, and whose crazy open border policy has allowed millions of people to illegally pour into our country, many from prisons and mental institutions. Crooked Joe Biden didn't save our democracy, he brought our democracy to its knees. Clooney should get out of politics and go back to television. Movies never really worked for him. While the components of a great movie are certainly subjective, former President Trump's comment that movies never really worked for Clooney shouldn't go without some fact-checking. Clooney has received 2 Academy Awards, a British Academy Film Award, and 4 Golden Globe Awards. He earned his first Oscar in the Best Supporting Actor category for 2005's Syriana, and later received the Academy Award for Best Picture for co-producing 2012's Argo. Clooney has earned acclaim for his performances in films, including Michael Clayton, Up in the Air, The Descendants, and Good Night and Good Luck. Clooney also earned recognition for his work on the NBC drama ER. The 2024 United States elections are due to be held on Tuesday, November 5, 2024. Trump is expected to announce his running mate before or during the Republican National Convention, held from July 15 to 18. Meanwhile, Biden is making headlines for another misstep, addressing Ukrainian President Zelensky as President Putin.